One of my subscribers has asked me to rebuild the Arizona Cardinals. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and or subscribe. If this video gets to 100 likes, I'll do whatever rebuild the top comment says. But getting straight into the rebuild, I'm going to start Trey Benson over James Conner. I like James Conner in real life. I like him as a player, as a person. He's 29. He's not going to progress for us, so I'm just going to start the rookie. Then, of course, you got the man himself, Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm assuming he's going to come with Superstar X Factor, as he should. I think he's going to be a baller off rip. I believe he was a 79, but after I simulated the preseason, he's up to an 80 overall. Then Kyler Murray here. Here's the problem with Kyler Murray. I love him in real life. I think Kyler Murray is a top 15 QB with the right help. Marvin Harrison's a nice start with a nice offensive line. This guy can be a top 10 QB. I think he is so good, but he is so undervalued by this such unbelievably poverty franchise with the Arizona Cardinals. But in Madden simulation specifically, he's terrible. I never win a simulation with this guy. So hopefully they fixed him. There are players that are scripted to be better than others, such as Baker Mayfield. I mean, I like Baker in real life, but I see him win league MVP all the time. Speaking of winning league MVP, I see this dude Desmond Ridder win league MVP all the time. He got cut in real life, so I'm going to release him here. I always update my rosters manually, and then I can't upload them to the share file because Madden 25 has this stupid new share file. You can upload them, but once you update the roster, you have to upload a whole new file rather than just overlapping your new file, if you guys know what I mean. But either way, for some reason, Madden keeps screwing that up for me. Very frustrating, but for the offense, I just hope Kyler Murray does well, like Trey Benson, like Marvin Harrison, like Trey McBride, of course. Defensively, Zaven Collins, I'm going to put him on the edge, then BJ Ojulari. Yes, I moved from a 3-4 to a 4-3 because it's my rebuild. A 3-4 just didn't make sense for this team. Then it's absolutely ridiculous that they got Darius Robinson at a 73 overall normal dev. I think he was a 72 before the preseason. Then Max Melton at a star dev, I'm assuming. And then, yeah, most likely star dev. And then he's a higher overall than Darius Robinson. I don't know why EA thought that was a good idea, but it is what it is here. This is what we got going on for the team. Really, the only highlight of this defense is Budda Baker. Jalen Thompson's nice as well. Zaven Collins. I know in simulation he's usually a baller as an edge rusher, so hopefully he can be that here. 6'4", 260. Yes, I know he's more of a 3-4 edge rusher, but again, it's my rebuild. Specialist-wise, BJ Ojulari is going to come off the edge. Darius Robinson is going to be the rush defensive tackle. Trey Benson is going to start all around. Michael Wilson is going to be in the slot. And then Zay Jones, not really huge on the signing, but it's not bad. Don't expect the team to do amazing in the first year, but hopefully Kyler Murray can do something in this simulation. Let's move to the midseason. Midseason mark, we are 0-7. Let's go Arizona Cardinals. And of course, we are bottom of the division, but somehow the Bears are also 0-6, and they hold a lower seed than us. Players ready to negotiate. Budda Baker, the only highlight of our defense. I need you back on the team. He's 28, about to be 29. Not going to do a 5-year deal. I'll do 3 years, $18 million a year. He resigns. Zay Jones has no interest, and I have no interest in him. Will Hernandez, no, not Will Hernandez. Will Hernandez, yes. I don't know why I blanked on that. For some reason, I thought of Aaron Hernandez whenever I said Will Hernandez. Not the right guy, but Michael Carter, I'm good. All these other guys, James Conner is just older, normal dev. He's not going to do anything. All these other extras I don't want. And for the scouting national focus, I think this has to be offensive line here, interior offensive line, so I'm just going to do that. And we finished 6-11. I wish we honestly did worse to get a better pick, but we had back-to-back losses there. Rough year for year number 1. Stats and awards, Kyler did terrible for how much he's getting paid, but really not the worst. 22nd best offense, 29th defense here. 15 interceptions is unacceptable. 94 pass rating is bad. 30 touchdowns, 3,500 yards. Maybe if he goes up in overall, I believe he's like a 78 overall. He'll be better. I feel like he should be a higher overall. I feel like he should be like an 82 or something. But either way, not the worst season. I'm going to give him another chance, and if he doesn't produce, I'll trade him. And I know that seems crazy to do that to a franchise guy, but in Madden, I've never seen a successful season with Kyler Murray. I don't know what it is. Rushing wise, Trey Benson, rookie season, he's not a high overall. Don't expect much, but 8 touchdowns, 3.6 average. Marvin Harrison, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns, 14.9 average, leading the team. Already having 1,000 yards, double-digit touchdowns in his rookie year. He's a baller. Michael Wilson, 865, 6 touchdowns. Zay Jones, mid-season. Kazir White with 131 tackles for a loss, 15 for Darius Robinson, the rookie, with 6 sacks. Great rookie season from him. 14 tackles for a loss for Zaven Collins, 12 for BJ Ojulari, and then 11 for Dennis Gardick, and then sacks here, 10 for Zaven Collins. I told you guys he was a baller in simulation. Keep in mind, he was only a 75 overall at the beginning of this simulation, so that could be good. BJ Ojulari only having 1 sack, but the tackles for a loss is nice. Interceptions, 6 from Mac Wilson. Really, that's crazy. And then Max Melton here, 2 Maxes. The Max attack with 3 interceptions, but 0 safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns. Let's move into the offseason. And the Eagles beat the Ravens in the Super Bowl. Saquon Barkley wins the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins the league MVP. And Marvin Harrison Jr., Offensive Rookie of the Year. You love to see it. In the NFC West, Matt Prater and Kelvin Beachum retires. For the team upgrades, Marvin Harrison, I am assuming he does come with Superstar X Factor. And it looks like he does come with Superstar X Factor, but more XP for winning Rookie of the Year, and he's already an 87 overall, so that's amazing for us. Defensively, though, we got an outside linebacker, Dim Yuki or something, whatever, as star dev, but where is Max Wilson? Gets 6 interceptions. He doesn't get star dev, but Kaiser White does. Kaiser White had a really good season, but Max Wilson getting 6 interceptions doesn't get anything is crazy. This guy, how old is he? Victor, he's already 25. He's not really going to progress. And then I don't really see any other upgrades. Greedy Williams, is that seriously what Greedy Williams looks like now? Dude aged 10 years in 1 year, but either way, Zaven Collins didn't get an upgrade, which is a bit surprising, but this is what we got going on for the team. Let's move into the re-signing. And for the re-signings, Zay Jones, Will Hernandez, Aaron Hernandez, and all these other guys, just not interested in, so let's just hit the open market. All right, I just got screwed in free agency. I got Dicker the kicker. I offered the highest on Chase Young. He says no. He haven't had interest with the team. Then I also offered on Rob Haven's team. I had the highest offer, more money, more years, but we're the Arizona Cardinals, so nobody wants to come to us. It's like, oh, Vic, you can offer on them if they don't have an interest. Yeah, they still won't most likely sign, and I have to overpay for them. Rondale Moore, I mean, I could bring him back for like 1 season, but I'm not really interested in keeping him long term. And with that being said, we got Rondale Moore back for 1 more year, but I want to look to replace him. And we get pick number 9 after going 6 and 11. Really? Do I really want to pick an offensive tackle here with a top 10 pick? I mean, I know they did it already with Paris Johnson, but it's like, this guy looks pretty good, and the other guys look pretty good as well, but I just want a skill position, I feel like, in this edge rusher here. Andrew Sauer out of Auburn, 6'4", more of a 3-4 guy, elite speed, elite jumping. This guy looks really good. A finesse moves, B pursuit. Of course, he's not good in coverage. I think I'm probably going to pull the trigger on this guy, and then BJ Ojulari. He's probably going to miss out. Yeah, I'm just going to do it anyways. I know we had BJ Ojulari, but I don't care. B pick, and he has hidden dev. You love to see it. 86 speed, 85 jumping, 88 acceleration, 82 strength. He looks great. And in round number 2, picking up left guard Lindsey Floyd here at Louisville, 6'4", 313, hidden dev, 86 strength, 78 acceleration, A's and B's across the board. He has F injury and F stamina. Thankfully, that's turned off, so don't have to worry about it. Now, this is the team after the draft. We got the new left guard in the mix. I also got a right guard in the 3rd round. He just had normal dev, which really sucks, but honestly, not a horrible team right here. The O-line, of course, isn't the best. The receiver core is really carried by Marvin Harrison, but Rondale Moore isn't a bad 1-year signing. Defensively, need to move Sauer here down to defensive end. And with that, Sauer is a 76 overall. I know people want to see BJ Ojulari probably, but to be honest, I really don't care. BJ Ojulari, he never really produces many sacks in simulation. I'm speaking from experience, but he does give you the tackles for a loss, which is what we saw on display last year. But I'm just going to keep him as depth right now. Maybe I trade him away at the midseason mark. Honestly, would it be better if I just trade him away now? Probably. It would be worth it to get some value. Since he did have a considerable amount of sacks, and he's young, and he's going to have value, I'm going to try and get a 2nd round pick out of him. Trading away BJ Ojulari and a 5th round pick for the Buffalo Bills 2nd round pick. So traded him to a whole separate conference. He'll be good for them, and honestly, that's fine for the future. I know he wasn't a necessity to have him on the team or a necessity to draft Sawyer here, but Sawyer looked like too good of a prospect to pass up for me. Need a new linebacking core pretty soon, but honestly, the defense doesn't look bad. It's an 80 overall team. I'm just really concerned about how Kyler Murray's going to perform, because if he doesn't perform this season, I need to get rid of him if he doesn't perform this season, just because this is a 4-year, possibly a 5-year rebuild. I have to have time to develop a quarterback if I am going to draft one. So let's move into the midseason. And we are 4-3 at the midseason mark. Huge improvement. Scouting national focus. I think I'm actually just going to keep it on interior offensive line. Also, we are at the top of our division here. Still a very highly contested division. We could lose it at any point, but I'm excited that our team is progressing instead of regressing. Trey McBride here, he wants a historic winning percentage. We're not going to have that, so I'm just going to overpay for him. He re-signs with the team. Jalen Thompson here, he wants to have a franchise QB. Is really Kyler not listed as one? So hopefully that changes by the end of the year, so I'm just going to push that off. Rondale Moore, I honestly wouldn't mind back for another one-year contract if he's willing to do it. And he doesn't like that, so I guess we're just going to wait on that. Jonah Williams, not really impressed with him. He can walk. Blake Gilligan, I wouldn't mind back. Can we just do a 5-year deal? Please just accept this. And he doesn't like that. He wants to be in Georgia. Paris Johnson, I'll probably accept that option. Definitely will. So in the offseason, don't got to worry about that for now. Let's just move into the playoffs. And we finish 8-9, get a 9 seed, missed the playoffs. Unfortunate, but we were a lot closer this year. Especially having back-to-back losses to the Texans and the Panthers really hurt us, but hopefully Kyler improved this season, and he did improve with 15th best offense in the NFL, top 10 in yards and passing touchdowns, 30th best defense. Still 15 interceptions sucks. The rating improved, but I can't ignore that he's top 10 in touchdowns and passing yards. The interceptions will go down as his overall goes up. I'm going to keep Kyler Murray because this is undeniable that he is improving, other than the interceptions, of course, but his rating's gone up, touchdowns up, yards are up. I can't just ignore him. And then Trey Benson, 3.7 per carry, 9 touchdowns, slight improvement from last season. Michael Wilson outperforming Marvin Harrison in yards and 1 more touchdown is crazy, but still very nice season for both of them. Defensively, Mac Wilson. Did I just call him Max last time? Mac Wilson, my bad. 100 tackles for a loss, 19 for Andrew Sarr, and he has 7 sacks. Immediately better than BJ Ojolari. W stuff right there, already leading the team. Darius Robinson, 13 tackles for a loss and 8.5 sacks. Zaven Collins with 13 tackles for a loss and 7.5 sacks. We have something cooking here on our defensive line. Love to see it. 4 interceptions for Daderon Taylor Demerson. Who is this? I have no idea. The backup safety is putting up these numbers. Sean Murphy bunting with 4 interceptions. Okay. 0 safeties and 1 defensive touchdowns for Garrett Williams, not Greedy Williams. My bad. And the Vikings win their first ever Super Bowl here over the Dolphins. Justin Jefferson wins the Super Bowl MVP. I guess J.J. McCarthy's cracked in the simulation. Dak Prescott wins the league MVP. And there actually is an award here for the Cardinals. I was about to say there is no awards. Andrew Sarr here wins Defensive Rookie of the Year, so that's at least Superstar Dev. In the NFC West, Carson Wentz on the Niners retires, and Kyle Juszczyk with the Niners as well retires. For the team upgrades, Michael Wilson goes to a Superstar Dev. You love to see that. My left guard is a star dev, and he's already higher overall than Paris Johnson. That feels a little bit weird, but defensively, Sarr here goes up to Superstar Dev, and as you can see, yeah, he earned Superstar Dev, so that means the AI had to give him it, and he only had Star Dev before, but hey, he's already balling for the team. Zaven Collins still has normal dev. That's weird. Darius Robinson had a good season, still normal dev. And then Sean Murphy bunting, superstar dev. That's nice for him. Max Melton is a higher overall, though. So did he regress? Yeah, he's starting regression. That sucks. For the players ready to negotiate, I'll accept the option for Paris Johnson Jr. Jalen Thompson still believes we don't have a franchise QB. Do I let him walk? I might tag and trade him, if I'm being honest. I like him as a safety, but he's going to start regression. He's not going to be doing that well. I might do a safety swap with another team. Rondale Moore. Do I do a 2-year contract? I'm giving the same thing 2 years, and he just wants to hit free agency. Maybe I'll swipe him in free agency regardless. All these other guys, Blake Gilligan, I'm just going to offer him the same contract, and he wants to play for a new team. That's fine. I'm not going to overpay for a punter. And then Jalen Thompson, I'm actually going to tag and trade him. Now I'm going to be trading away Jalen Thompson here for a next year's 3rd and a this year's 6th round pick for superstar dev, 26-year-old strong safety, Sidney Brown from the Philadelphia Eagles. After free agency, I got Martin Emerson, who I overpaid for. He didn't have an interest for the team, but money changed his mind. Zach Tom, I overpaid for him as well, but I moved Paris Johnson Jr. back over to right tackle. He's gonna, then Zach Tom's going to start at left tackle. DJ Reader on a 2-year deal. Then I got Braden Mann as a new punter. I got to pick this guy. Nick Bacon out of Clemson, 6'3", 218. He's a physical archetype, well, playmaker archetype. He's probably going to be the wide receiver too. Michael Wilson will stay in the slot. Marginal acceleration, but good speed, elite strength, elite jumping here. Then B catching traffic, just B's across the board. Very solid. We're at pick 15 here. Nick Bacon at pick 15. He better be a baller here. B minus, hidden dead. That's what we like to see. Very good, very balanced stats across the board. 96 jumping as a rookie is amazing at being 6'3" as well. That, of course, helps. Nick Bacon will be the wide receiver too. And then in the 3rd round, Getting left outside linebacker, Harold Bryant here out of Texas. Hidden dev, 5'11", 228. Kind of light for a linebacker, but he had very good athleticism and A-zone coverage. After the draft, we got Bacon here. He's a 74 overall. I'm going to move him to the wide receiver 2 here. Got Townsend in the second round. He only has normal dev, which sucks, but it's fine. O-line, offense in general is just looking a lot better. Kyler Murray, I hope you just ball out and stop throwing 15 receptions. Bryant is a 71 overall. Then I got this guy Hill in the second round as well with the second round pick that we traded away for BJ Ojulari. But I'm going to start him. Hopefully he gets Defensive Rookie of the Year. The defense is shaping up very nicely here. 84 overall team, really not bad. It's just not spectacular to the way that you would want it. Bryant, I'm going to move up. Then I'm going to start the other guy at the middle linebacker position. Bacon, you know, let's just put him in the slot as well. Hopefully he just balls out. But for now, let's see how we do at the midseason mark. And we are 3-4, third in the division here to face the 1-6 Falcons. So it should be an easy win. Of course, I say that, but it won't be. But of course, let's see what we have here for the scouting national focus. I'm just going to keep doing linebacker. I actually wasn't doing linebacker before, but it is what it is. Players ready to negotiate. Sidney Brown actually has an interest with the team. That's what we like to see. A little bit less of a salary than what Jalen Thompson was asking. Let's see if he just accepts this and he stays with the team on a 4-year deal. Love to see that. Michael Wilson, he has superstar dev. Let's just do a 4-year deal, $7 million a year, and he re-signs on that. W's in the chat here. Sean Murphy Bunting, do want him as depth even though he's about to turn 30. He re-signs on that. Love to see it. Garrett Williams, I want him back. I don't care. I mean, only $5 million a year for a guy that's only going to progress. So that's a W. Zaven Collins, absolutely, dude. Just passing out these contracts so easily. Love to have them. They're all re-signing. Nichols, sorry, bud. Don't really want you. Mac Wilson's 28. Wouldn't be bad depth. I'll do a 2-year contract with him, and he wants a long-term deal. That's not something I'm going to give him. All these other extras here, not really interested in, except my glorious king, Marvin Harrison. He doesn't want to be here. I don't care. You're going to be a long-time Larry Fitzgerald for us. Darius Robinson, Marvin Harrison, I'm going to accept both of their options. And we finished 7-10. Let's go, team. Yeah. Stats and awards. Kyler, he looks good, but is he enough? 15th offense, defensively, 14th. We're just mid. That's the best I can give it. Kyler isn't the problem. 3,800 yards, 31 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. 105 pass rating. He just needed to clean up his interception problem. We got him working now. Trey Benson, 9 touchdowns, 3.9 average, 1,000 yards. He's really not having anything stellar, but there's really no reason to give up on him as the starting back if he keeps improving like this. Receiving wise, Marvin Harrison, 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. Nick Bacon, baby, just over 1 yard over 1,000 yard season, so he can say he had a 1,000 yard plus season. And then 12 touchdowns. Michael Wilson, 4 touchdowns, 600 yards. He was at the wide receiver 3 spot, and he wasn't in the slot, but Nick Bacon, baby, let's go. Defensively, Dontrell Hill, the rookie that I got in the second round, 114 tackles. Harold Bryant, the rookie that I got in the third round, 112 tackles for a loss. 10 for Andrew Saar, 9 for Harold Bryant, 9 for Darius Robinson. Sacks 10.5 for Zaven Collins, 6.5 for Andrew Saar. Unfortunately, he went down from his previous year. And then 4.5 for Darius Robinson. Interceptions, 3 for Martin Emerson, 2 for Harold Bryant, who seems to be balling. Safety, 0. Defensive touchdown, 0. I need to make a splash in the trade market or free agency. And the Chiefs win another Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl MVP and the league MVP once again. Jim Harbaugh wins Coach of the Year. That's surprising. Nick Bacon, baby, Offensive Rookie of the Year. In the NFC West, we have Geno Smith on the Seahawks retiring and Matthew Stafford retiring with the Rams. That will really help our division. Hopefully the Niners don't push us out, as always. For the team upgrades, Kyler Murray goes up to Superstar Dev. Thank the Lord here. We have an upgrade. Then after winning Rookie of the Year, Nick Bacon goes to Superstar Dev. The offense really doesn't look bad. Even the interior here with normal dev, they go up pretty quickly, and overall, you like to see that. They're progressing a lot faster than Paris Johnson Jr. I guess some of our coaches just help them progress faster. Harold Bryant jumps up to a superstar dev after his rookie year. I'm assuming he didn't come with it. He did not come with it. He gets it. A lot of superstars on the team. Martin Emerson goes up to superstar dev as well. Hill doesn't go up to star dev. That's really upsetting that he stays at normal. I'm going to need to make a splash for a linebacker, and I'm probably a defensive tackle. I don't think DJ Reader is going to push it for us. Maybe I cut him too because I still have him for another year. For the players ready to negotiate, I'll accept the options for Harrison and Darius Robinson if I play a 5th year. nickels and all these other extras I'm just not interested in. Yes, I know I have Nick Bacon, Michael Wilson. I needed to make a splash. Rashee Rice is a 92 overall X Factor. I got to pair that with Michael Wilson and Bacon. I know wide receiver 4s, as I say, don't do anything in simulation, but I got to make a splash here. He's a big guy that I can get for free. Joe Thuney I got as a left guard. I'm going to move my current left guard to center. Then I got Brandon Scherf to start as a right guard and Deron Payne as a secondary defensive tackle. Yeah, I know it looks complicated, but I'm giving away my second, my fourth, my fifth, and 2 6s. And I'm getting Trent Simpson and a third in return. Needed middle linebacker, so I'm cool with this. And this goes through, trading away my first round pick for right outside linebacker JOK and a 6th round pick just because. So I need it. I don't really have any good value on the board for outside linebackers. That's really the only thing I need left. So I'm just going to simulate to my next picks, probably get a 3rd round linebacker. And this is the team moving into the 4th and potentially the final season here. You love to see it. Love the squad that we got. Really nice. I don't know why Marvin Harrison's X Factor isn't even showing up. He's been the only X Factor on this team for the entire rebuild until Rashee Rice showed up. Great team. Surprised Darius Robinson still doesn't have at least start ebb. Team looks great as I say it again. Nice depth here. 90 overall team. We should be able to cook something here. We really should. Hopefully the AI doesnn't screw us. Specialist wise, make sure everything's good. Looking good there. Do I put Rashee Rice in the slot? Nick Bacon in the slot. Rashee Rice stays number 2. Got all that. Bryant, JOK, Trent Simpson, like all that. Murphy Bunting. Let's put, do I put him in the slot? Yeah, sure. That's fine. Everything else works out here. 90 overall team. Really expecting to at least make a wild card here. Let's make it happen and just move into the playoffs. And we go 11-6 here. Top of the division, getting the 2 seed as, of course, the Cowboys take the 1 seed here. I'm cool with that. I'm really cool with that. Got to play the Rams in round 1, though. Kyler Murray looks great. 2nd best offense in the NFL. Defensively, 16th. And then 4,300 yards, 32 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 111 pass rating. I'm glad Kyler Murray worked out in the simulation. I really like him in real life. So that's a W. Trey Benson, 3.8 average, 14 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. This 3.8 average isn't going to keep sliding with me. He needs to get at least 4.0, but 14 touchdowns is nice. Receiving wise, Marvin Harrison, 104 receptions, 1,300 yards, 7 touchdowns. Nick Bacon, baby, 9 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards. Rashee Rice. This is a 92 overall superstar X Factor that gave me this unbelievably mid-season. Harold Bryant with 105 tackles, 101 for JOK, tackles for a loss, 19 for Andrew Sauer, and then 17 for Darius Robinson, 14 for Zaven Collins, 10 for Deron Payne, sacks, 17 for Andrew Sauer. He's probably going to get X Factor, or at least he should get X Factor for that. Darius Robinson, if he doesn't get start ev, I'm going to forcefully give it to him. I know it doesn't affect him until the Super Bowl, but 9.5 sacks, 17 tackles for a loss, 59 tackles. He deserves it. Zaven Collins, 7.5 sacks, 5.5 sacks for Deron Payne, 3 interceptions for Trent Simpson. Safeties on the team is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. Can we beat the Los Angeles Rams to move on to the divisional round? And we do. Here to face the 9-8 New Orleans Saints. I'm going to hop into this one and see if we can beat them. And here we are against the Saints. They also have Baker Mayfield, just to let you know, which is crazy. But they're going to start out with 7 points. We're finally going to respond 7-7 here in the second quarter. Going to make it 10-7 at halftime, 13-7 at halftime. And we open up the half with another touchdown, but apparently no extra point. Guess we went for the 2 for the 21. 27-10. We actually did get the extra point on the next attempt. And we're going to beat Baker Mayfield and the New Orleans Saints 27-10 as we're moving on to the conference championship. No touchdowns for Kyler Murray. And surprisingly here, we are not going to be facing the Cowboys because as you can see in the bottom right corner, the Detroit Lions upset them, probably on a 2-point conversion. You love to see it. Much rather would face the Lions here. Let's see what we have. Here we are against the Lions, both of us competing to go to the Super Bowl to win our first Super Bowl in history. We are up currently 14-3, 21-3, pouring it on the Lions right now. 28-3. Falcons fans look away. 34-3. Blowout, humiliation, bent over. It's over, dude. Like, I don't know how else to say it. 37-17, humiliating the Lions. 4 touchdowns for Kyler Murray. Balled out this game. No interceptions. 139 pass rating as our defense locked up Jared Goff. And in the Super Bowl, we're going to be facing the 11-6 Jacksonville Jaguars. For the team upgrades, wow, where the AI happened to draft a 2nd string X Factor. Oh, future of the franchise, reveal rookie's X Factor potential. I just got a PlayStation achievement that I didn't even do. It was just the AI, but hey, I'll take it. An achievement is an achievement. Defensively, Saar with a superstar X Factor. Bryant goes up to X Factor. You love to see the upgrades. Darius Robinson finally gets start av. Let's go beat the Jaguars to get our first ever Super Bowl win. Also, I think this would be the Jaguars' first Super Bowl win, would it not? Here we are against the Jaguars. They didn't have to travel too far from Jacksonville to Miami, but we had to travel all the way from Arizona, but it doesn't matter. The jet lag didn't get to us. Starting out 14-0, 17-7 now against the Jaguars. We get ball at half and do nothing with it immediately, but 24-7. Defense holding strong here. 27-17, 34-17 offense putting on the points, and that will be the game, and that will be the franchise rebuild as your Arizona Cardinals are no longer in poverty as the female quarterback Trevor Lawrence walks out onto the field. Finally, no more poverty for the Arizona Cardinals as we win the Super Bowl. You'll love to see it. Very happy that I got to do it with Kyler Murray and didn't have to draft someone else. But anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys all for watching. Make sure you guys like and or subscribe. But before you do all that, Kyler Murray is your Super Bowl MVP here, and there are no other awards here for the Arizona Cardinals, but it doesn't matter. We are no longer poverty. You love to see it. Jaguars stay poverty as, yeah, they don't win a Super Bowl, but Jaguars were made in like 1995, 1996, while the Cardinals have been around since, I think the Chicago Cardinals were the very first NFL team. Then it all got mixed up. Arizona Cardinals have been around since what, 60s, 70s? Either way, the poverty is over. Larry Fitzgerald would be proud. Marvin Harrison Jr. doesn't have to live out that awful career. And anyways, guys, thank you guys all for watching. Once again, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.